You know, I reckon I could make a good impression on aliens upon first contact. Like, I could make friends. I think all I'd have to do is show them a Yorkshire pudding with the roast dinner inside, like a giant Yorkshire pudding with roast dinner inside of it, and they'd be like, oh shit, that's genius. Humans, hello, welcome to the Galactic Empire, or whatever the fuck. Like, I think I could get us a good deal with just a Yorkshire pudding with food inside it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel. Today we're looking at Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg's sci-fi epic, I guess. I'm actually going into this really blind. I don't really know anything about this movie other than it's Steven Spielberg's sort of first contact kind of story. I don't know any details, really nothing about it. It's just a movie I've obviously heard about for years and years and years. And although I think this movie was pretty popular at the time when it first released, I think now in our future world, it kind of gets overshadowed by things like Jaws and, you know, other bits of Spielberg's work. It's not one of the ones that constantly gets brought up in conversation. But nevertheless, it's a movie I've been wanting to watch for quite some time. It's been on the bucket list for this channel for the longest. It's one of the original movies that was on the list, so I'm happy to get around to do it and see what this one was all about. My expectation is that it's largely probably going to be Spielberg just kind of pushing filmmaking technologies at the time to give this sense of an otherworldly thing coming to Earth and what that would be like, what the human interaction with it would be like, and that's really it. That's the only expectation I have. I guess this could be kind of like a prototype to movies like Arrival, which we did on the channel a few weeks back. So yeah, I'm interested to see what he does with this kind of story and what the actual focus is going to be on, because it's over 2 hours long, so there's got to be some meat there somewhere, right? I'm just wondering if, you know, the alien part of it's going to come in early to the movie, or if it's going to be a slow build to a big climactic moment and then there's going to be something that happens afterwards, or even if the very final moment of the movie is the first contact. I have no idea. I'm just interested to see how he's going to structure this and what journey lays in wait for me. But before we jump in, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review of the movie that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way, and then you won't miss any future videos. And there are social links down below, including the Twitch channel. Come hang out live in the Twitch chat and laugh at me as I play video games. And there's Discord server down there. You can come hang out, join the community, talk about all sorts of stuff in there as well. And yeah, good stuff all around. But let's jump into this, see what these aliens are like, if they're friendly, if they're evil. Are the humans evil? Who knows? Let's see Spielberg's angle on first contact with aliens of a third kind. Mexico. We are in Mexico. Present day. Are we going to be going backwards in time? Why would you say present day, movie?
Who flies crates like these anymore?
No one. These planes were reported missing in 1945.
Aliens be messing with 1945 planes?
He says the sun came out last night. He says it sang to him.
Well, there's definitely some strange goings on of a third kind. So did aliens take a bunch of planes from 1945, and presumably their crew members, did some shit with them, probing, maybe, and now they've decided to return the planes? Or is there some sort of time warp? Oh my god, there's so many options. So many options.
Traffic now looks like extra bright landing lights. I thought Aries had his landing lights on.
This is a clever way to do this. Just have, the flight control describe the weird thing that's following them. They're gonna steal another plane. They're stealing another plane. I guess it's more convenient than taking people from the ground. Just yoink them out of their planes.
The traffic is approaching head-on, ultra bright, and really moving. They're right by us right now. That was really close.
EWA 517, do you want to report a UFO? Over.
Negative. We don't want to report. Negative. We want to report one of those either.
They just don't want the hassle, maybe? Or some weird shit going on. It's just like, fuck that. Fuck reporting that. I'll go down as a Looney Tune for the rest of my life if I put down, oh, I saw a big bright ball floating around in front of me. Oh, fuck off with the monkey and the symbols. Jesus Christ. Why? Why, Spielberg? Why do this? The thing is terrifying, and you know it. Oh my god, look at all this shit. Look at it. How come kids in Spielberg's movies have, like, this excessive amount of electronic toys? They always have so many of them, just to be creepy. And that's it. Elliot. Maybe this is where he got the idea for E.T. Did this come first or did E.T. come first? I didn't look at the date. I'm going to say this probably came first, right? It's moving! There's something moving up there. I see it moving. Maybe that was just a plane, though. Maybe it was just a plane. Where's he going? Why would you run off into the dark, you crazy child? McDonald's! Sponsored by McDonald's. Aliens. Brought to you by Shell. Let's get it all in early, shall we? It's done a pretty good job at showing stuff moving in the sky, and you're not quite sure, is that a plane? Is it something else? Because we know there are aliens afoot.
Help! I'm lost.
Hello? I was a bit worried there. I thought that car was going to go into the back of him.
Alright, let's see. My stop leads you to the single circuits and leads you right to nowhere.
What the fuck? The fuck? What? That's your ass right there. That's your ass. You're being abducted. That was so good, though. That was so good, having the previous shot with the car and then following it up with that. Alright. Maybe they're not abducting him. They're just fucking with him. Yeah, you don't want to see that. You don't want to be seeing that when you look out your front window. Okay, what is this? What the fuck is this? This is creepy. Are they all UFO spotters? Is that what they are? Oh my god, god damn. God damn. There's more than one. There's more than one. They're pretty small. They've got pretty tiny little spaceships. Oh, the little tiny one. The little tiny one. And they go off into... Oh my god! What? Why would you do that? You do have lights at the front of your car? You crazy man. What does it all mean? What does it all mean? There's so much going on.
I need you to see something with me. It's really important.
Okay, alright. What about the kids?
What? Oh, the kids. I'll get the kids.
I mean, what's he gonna show them? They flew off into the sky. What are you gonna do? Guys, could you just come back down? I need to show my family that I'm not crazy, please. I mean, don't get me wrong. My man saw some shit this evening. He saw shit and it got burnt in the face for it. But I don't know what he's hoping for by bringing his family out here. Like, they're just going to come back? Is that the plan? I mean, he's got kisses out of it somehow, I guess. But he's like, aliens? Aliens?
Roy, I found this overnight...
Okay, what was that about? Like something possessed him for a moment there. What was that?
All I want to do is know what's going on.
But nothing's going on. It's just one of those things.
It's just one of those things, guys. What is that painting above the piano there? Did anyone just see that fucking terrifying painting that was above the piano?
Roy's not like that. He loves his words. Don't say that. What did he do? He was with us all night.
No, too.
This classic Spielberg talking over everyone.
I'm not getting a job. So forget it.
What was this shining shit that's going on here? He's blanking out seeing things. Like, they must have implanted something in his mind. Like, the light of the alien ships have implanted some information in his brain, and it's trying to get him to look for something that looks like a mound of shaving cream.
Trick or treat.
Helicopters? Gonna be helicopters, right? Yep, there they are. You can't get me, movie. I know how this goes. Oh, we're in India now. We're in India.
Where did these sounds come from? Tell us, please.
ये पूछते हैं कि ये आवाज कहाँ से आ रही है?
Above. They came from above. Sound? Using sound to communicate in some way? Just like tones?
What letter is 104?
Excuse me. This first number is a longitude.
Coordinates. Coordinates to whatever this fucking shape is that they're beaming into people's heads. I'm assuming this is just like coordinates and a place that the aliens want to meet, I guess. And the signal is their way of communicating it. Yo, meet us at this mountain. We'll have our Yorkshire pudding and roast dinner and gravy. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna help. If they can fly spaceships, a chair in front of a door ain't gonna help. I've definitely seen this shot before. I've seen this mimicked in plenty of things. Sometimes you just want your aliens to be a little bit more direct, you know? Enough with the light show. You just come in and say hello. Well, that would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. You'd never feel safe in your own house again. Kid is loving this. The kid is just loving every moment of it. They want the kid. They want the child. Well, that's the first potential hostile thing that they've done. If it is hostile, I have my doubts about that.
Now, there are all kinds of ideas that would be fun to believe in. Mental telepathy, time travel, immortality.
I saw Bigfoot once. Back in Sequoia National Park. Had a foot on her. 37 inches. Heel to toe.
Well, I think he is not helping our case. Kids love it, but everyone else is like, motherfucker, we're trying to prove some shit. You talk about Bigfoot? Come on now.
Wait, contaminated water affects people, crop, animals, disease, anthrax.
Ranching country.
That would create a panic.
But it may not evacuate everybody.
I'm trying to come up with like a cover story that will cover them, but also get the area evacuated. Conspiracies, all sorts of shit going on. And yet, I'm still here thinking about those 1945 planes and the fuck that was all about. Is that it? You just need to take the top off? Secret has been unlocked.
Oh, Roy!
Come on in.
Now it's a bit violent. Are you okay? You okay, Roy? You're just shoveling dirt through your window. Really not helpful. Really not helpful. You must have just had a ball filming this. You mean I get to just tear shit up and throw it in the window and just cause as much mayhem as I like?
Will you hold it 1 minute?
And the whole neighborhood came out to watch. Oh my god. He couldn't do this outside. He couldn't do this outside. But there it is. There it is. Perfect timing. Right, these two people have had an encounter with aliens and their lives have just got screwed up. He's gonna get lost again. This movie would never work in today's world of GPS on your phone. Oh my god, it's Carl Weathers.
We got orders to shoot anybody looting around here.
Pass it on, huh?
Wow, he did not do a good job of selling. Oh, I'm not here to loot. Just creepily laughed. Oh, he got gas masks. Right. Well, they found each other. Remarkably, out of all these fucking people, they found each other. The mountain. Like, did Spielberg just see this mountain one day and was like, that's a movie. That's a movie right there. You watch me. I will make a movie out of this thing. Oh, well, it looks like the paths are crossing.
Have you recently had a close encounter?
Une rencontre plutôt inhabituelle.
A close encounter with something very unusual. Who are you people?
Mais qu'espériez-vous trouver?
But what did you expect to find?
An answer.
That's not crazy, is it?
We were told to come here by aliens, okay? We were given an invitation. You guys weren't.
How come I know so much? What the hell is going on around here? Who the hell are you people?
He's just flipping his shit. I've had enough of this bullshit that I'm going through. Someone tell me something helpful.
Listen, yes, listen, how many of you people are getting out of here?
Alright, they're doing it. They're gonna get up that mountain if it kills them. Guys secretly happy? Yeah, go! Go, go, go!
We didn't choose this place. We didn't choose these people. They were invited.
Yep. Seems pretty clear to me.
The Black Canyon on the other side with ravines and trails if you take this gradual incline to the right.
I never imagined that. In my painting, I only painted one side.
There's no canyon in the doodles that I made. Next time, try sculpturing. You've given us
He made like a full-on 3D model of this thing. He knows it inside out. Jesus, look at the fucking scope on that thing.
They're just crop dusting! Los Angeles!
Well, there's that guy out of the picture. He showed up for a moment. Thanks for being there, buddy. The fuck? It looks like they already set up shop up here. Okay. Oh, here's the little one. That little one has me curious.
Now drop an octave.
These aliens are just like, are they playing a keyboard at us? Okay. They're responding now. Oh, look at it. It's like a big smiley face, these spaceships. Let's just hope it's not like a declaration of war or anything. Everyone shake hands. We don't know what we did, but something happened. Oh my god, it's Lance Henriksen. What the fuck? All the people are coming out for this movie. They're back. They're back. Signaling something. The mothership. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Just like an alien car meet.
could stay here. I've got to get down there.
I know.
Now these two are kissing. Man just gets kisses everywhere he goes. Maybe the aliens are looking for the people they actually, you know, invited to be up here. Not all these authority types, man. Big ship. Big ship. There it is. Oh my god, where did that come from and no one saw it? If things turn nasty, I don't think we can get rid of this. It's a city in the sky. Look at that fucking thing. Are we actually going to see the aliens? We're going to get to see what they actually look like? The guy on the piano. I hope I didn't piss them off. I really hope my piano playing didn't annoy them. But these are the only notes we know, aliens. Can you help us out a little bit? I mean, it's pretty neat, like communicating with tones and music and sound.
It seems they're trying to teach you some basic tonal vocabulary.
It's the first day of school, fellas.
Talk about learning on your feet, huh? Just learn this way of communication right here, right now, in this moment. What a fucking concert, though. Look at this. Fucking run! I'm surprised more people just haven't taken off. Like, nope, we're not doing this. Bye. Oh my god, is it going to be the pilots from the start?
Frank Taylor, Lieutenant JG, United States Navy Reserve 064199.
Lieutenant, welcome home. This way.
Okay, it's the pilots. It is the pilots. And they haven't aged a day. Was this whole thing just a mission to return the pilots? Oh, there's more people. From across history. There's a lot of people. Including a creepy girl who looks like she was taken from a haunted house for some reason. Oh, there's the kid. And a dog! The dog got returned. That's nice. I still have questions. Okay, we had people who were abducted. They've been returned. We communicate via sound. I'm guessing the aliens were just trying to learn human stuff. Show me aliens. Show me aliens. Hello. It's kind of creepy looking. It's like a daddy long legs. They should really make their hatch a little bit bigger if they're that fucking tall, really. We've got some Roswell looking aliens as well. What is this, like a cultural exchange? We took some of yours, here's some of ours. What's going on? Or is this just like a school trip for the aliens? Here we are, kids. This is Earth. Soak it up. Oh my god, they are weird looking. They've literally struck a deal to take some of us to be on like the first mission, and he's going with them. He gets to go with. Yeah, he was chosen. They put things in his head. He's just like, well, this is weird, but I'll take it. I'll accept it. All right. Dreyfus gets to go live with the aliens and not age, apparently. So has this been like a regular thing? Have they been like doing some swapsies? Because this seems like it was all arranged. E.T. It looks a little bit like E.T., just more human-esque, but makes it more creepy somehow. No wonder they had to split off the guy's family earlier on, because at least, I don't know, do they not have to explain to his family what happened to him? Nope, we're done. We're done here. They split from him, they don't want to see him ever again, and he's going to go live in space. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is way before fucking E.T. 1977? Way before. Visually very impressive for 1977. Gotta say that. I thought it'd be at least like 1980, but no, it's 70s. Alright, that was Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of a Third kind. Most definitely a slow burn and build up to the finale, which I didn't mind. I liked the anticipation of that build up, both the tension that was building up, like you didn't really know if it was a peaceful situation, if it was a dangerous situation. It was just all these kind of questions that were being thrown up. It gets you into the mindset that something strange has happened, people have been abducted, not really sure why the reasoning of that is, and then just building up to that, and then you have people getting visions, and it's like, is this threatening? Is it not? It seems like an invitation, but what is the invitation for? I liked how the movie was paced, even though it's quite long, but I definitely felt invested throughout, and the journey to get to that climactic moment at the end. At first I was thinking, is there going to be some sort of weird time travel element to all of this, with the sort of World War II planes at the very beginning and the missing pilots, and were the aliens able to like move through time, or is time just different for them? But no, it just seems like at the end there they have some sort of ability to prolong life, which sort of went along with the theme where with a guy at the very beginning, or not very beginning, but when he was trying to be like, look, everyone, you need to calm down. We want to believe that these magical things like immortality are real, but we know they're not. So, you know, it was seeded earlier on that might be a thing that would come back round. But ultimately, the story of the movie is relatively simple. It is aliens not necessarily making first contact, but it's making the contact of, we're going to get on a more face-to-face basis and be more open and honest. But they were clearly doing like their research on humans first, to sort of understand what we're like and if they could communicate with us in that kind of way. But I think this film was largely an exercise in just, like I say, creating tension and build up for a climactic moment. And it's a hard thing to do in order to keep your audience hooked in for, especially for an extended period of time, like over 2 hours, to then give you the crescendo at the end. And I think all of like Spielberg's like direction helps with that. Like, he was very inventive. Like, I loved the bit near the start where you had the car coming up behind him, and he's like waves it on, and it fakes you out, and it sets you up for then the other lights coming up behind him and then slowly lifting up. That, you know, chef kiss, how well done that was done. But then it's not just the visual effects sides of it, it's all the character beat moments that were really well done, like the slightly off-kilter, he's got something going on in his head he can't understand, he has information, and the way that is visually given over to the audience was generally, could be quite creepy and disturbing in some ways, and you can feel the torture and the weight of it like bearing down on the guy, and also the woman as well, whose kid eventually gets like abducted. You definitely feel a part of that journey that those characters are going on, and that's really what put me through the movie, was just seeing their progression and how they're dealing with the concept of extraterrestrials and what that means to them, and why they have this extra knowledge that's being poured into them, dealing with their government hiding stuff from them. All of that stuff is really kept me going, and like, how are they going to deal with this situation? Like, these ordinary people who have been thrusted into an extraordinary situation, like, how are they going to deal with it, especially when it comes to the climax, which you know is coming. You know there's going to be a moment when aliens and humans interact, and you're just waiting for that moment. But the movie has done such a good job of building up the tension that when it finally arrives, it feels like a valve being released, and it just works beautifully well. I can definitely see that this movie definitely influenced a lot of things that came after the fact. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that Arrival, I feel like something about this movie, just one very little I knew, was giving me like, I can maybe see how a line could be drawn from this movie to that one, and now I've seen it, I can absolutely see that line clear as day. Very much there are themes about communication and, like I say, a cultural exchange, effectively. The idea of aliens not coming to destroy, or humans getting overly trigger happy trying to destroy them. It's purely a exercise in how can we understand each other better, and communication plays part of that. But here they obviously choose sound and music and tones, and is that form of communication. It's not what the movie is entirely about, like in the case of Arrival, but it is one of the themes that are being explored. Speaking of influencing other movies, I definitely feel like you could see in this movie, like, there must have been a moment when something went off in Spielberg's head of, ooh, the idea of a kid befriending an alien, that could be something. Like, I definitely feel like he was making this and something went off in his head. Like, the scenes with the kid sort of dealing with the aliens and, like, those whole sequences, like, that I feel like, like he definitely had a moment of, But yeah, I really liked that this movie managed to be both spectacle in terms of, you know, a blockbuster spectacle, lots of interesting visual effects that have aged relatively pretty well for the most part. There's just a couple of moments that have aged slightly off a bit, like the bit where they're like on the mountain in the rocks and they're looking down at the platform that's been created to welcome the aliens down, and you could sort of see the cuts in the lines there, but that's fine. That's, you know, age happens to film, and that was really the only glaring one, which was like, that's not gone great as time has moved on. But everything else, you know, remarkably stands up really well. But yeah, having that spectacle, but also keeping it grounded and about the human experience of this situation coming up, like having both of those things is often not hand in hand with a lot of movies. You either lean into one or the other, and I think this movie did a really good job of balancing that, like having your spectacle, having your big moments for Spielberg just to go nuts with his direction and his visual effects team and all of that stuff. There's lots of iconic shots. There were definitely shots in here that I've seen mimicked, parodied, etc., throughout many other things. But yeah, overall, it's just a really well told, relatively simple story, but with enough mystery there to just keep you engaged as the thing just moves along and you don't really lose interest. There was a moment where I was like, okay, where are we heading with this? Because I know that these guys have visions in their head. They've been invited. The conspiracy theory from the government is amping up. Where are we actually going with this? But then it literally becomes, it was an actual invite. It was an invitation. Hey, come on, buddy. Come on up. Come on up into our ship. I do wonder how the aliens chose people. Like if it was just random or if they were looking for something in particular. I don't know. But that's interesting. It's a sort of a, I guess there's an element of this movie that is dealing with the unknowable. Like it's like humans coming up against something that they cannot fathom, cannot explain, and trying to believe it. Like he says at the end of the movie, like, I just want to know that this is real. Like this is actually happening in front of me. And that's, I guess, just part and parcel of that. I kind of like that. I like the idea of, well, we can come up with an idea with extraterrestrials, but I think the most honest way to portray that is to have ideas that you can't really explain, because that's what aliens might be to us from other planets who have completely different technology, completely different cultures, or, you know, etc., etc., etc. It'd be something completely unknowable to us, why they would choose these people and why they would do the things that they do, why their spaceships look the way they do, etc. It's all those kind of things. But yeah, I had a great time with this. I had a really good time with this. I thought it was inventive, imaginative, just fun. I was there for the tension building and the characters and everything. And like I said at the start, it is kind of a shame that this one gets buried under the weight of Spielberg's massive catalogue of work. Like, you know, the guy's been busy. He's done a lot of hits. Like, I just don't feel like this one comes up as often anymore in terms of what his great works, as it were. Like, people always talk about Jaws or E.T. or Saving Private Ryan, or, you know, it's all those movies. Like, obviously this one is still held up there, but I do just feel like it's not one that is entered into the conversation as much as some of those other movies, which is a shame, I think, because I think this is really good and a really good example of how to do a slow burn movie that keeps you engaged. So, but yeah, that was Close Encounters of a Third Kind, and I think that was a great little blockbuster with a personal story at the heart of it. I had a great time with it. I hope you did as well. If you've not seen it for yourselves, I highly recommend you go do that. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. Helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are social links down below, including Discord and my Twitch channel. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.